I wanted to do this video of Timothy Dixon's prophecy in regards to my very last video where I prophesied that he would try and still lay a claim to this eruption that occurred in Hawaii. I said he would do this, prophesied it, and my prophecy has come to pass. Because what I show in that last video is that Timothy Dixon actually prophesied that Mount Kilauea would erupt. He specifically said more than a year ago that Mount Kilauea would erupt. And the reason he did this, understand that Mount Kilauea has been erupting constantly since 1983. It is in a constant state of eruption since 1983. And he did the same thing with the Mount Etna prophecy. Mount Etna had already begun erupting more than a month before he made his prophecy. Because of these geo-surveyors, and there's many sites you can go to where these geo-surveyors warn of an upcoming eruption. And you'll see that proof here in a minute. That he even puts on his website that he already knew that this volcano would erupt before he gave a prophecy on it. The important thing to note is more than a year ago is that he gave a very, very specific prophecy that it would be Mount Kilauea that would erupt. And the reason he gave that prophecy is that at the time he gave it, Mount Kilauea had begun to show, I guess, increased signs of eruption. Remember, it's been erupting constantly since 1983, but every so often Mount Kilauea will flare up. And when he gave that prophecy, it had already begun to flare up. So he gave a specific prophecy of Mount Kilauea, not the mountain, the volcano that had recently erupted. So let's listen, and I'm using this under the Fair Use Act, let's listen to him show or try to lie and lay a claim that he prophesied this. And he did this, his video on this was from November the 6th, less than a month ago. And you're going to see the significance that he puts in his own prophecy fulfilled video. Pay close attention.
Falls beneath Hawaii, and hear me. The old mother that prays in Hawaii, I hear you. I'll spare my people, and I'll spare you from the fear of the eruptions in Hawaii.
Mauna Loa, the world's largest active volcano on the Big Island of Hawaii, is erupting for the first time in almost 40 years.
The volcano started erupting late last night, prompting an ash fall advisory in the area. The National Weather Service says the Big Island could see up to a quarter-inch of ash. Last month, experts warned an eruption was coming after a spike of earthquakes on the volcano.
Did you catch that? The news outlet, what they announced. Listen to that again. And remember, he gave his prophecy November the 6th. Listen to what the news media outlet clearly points out.
Says the Big Island could see up to a quarter-inch of ash. Last month, experts warned an eruption was coming after...
Last month, the geo-surveyors, the experts, warned an eruption was coming. They warned an eruption was coming in October. In October, they warned an eruption was coming. So he came back on November the 6th. In November the 6th, after the fact that the geo-surveyors had already warned that it was going to happen. They already warned it was going to happen, and he gave another Hawaii eruption, volcanic eruption. But note the important part is he gave the previous prophecy was going to be Mount Kilauea. Not the one that erupted, but Mount Kilauea. And he wants you, his followers, to believe that he prophesied this event when he did not.
Falls beneath Hawaii. And hear me. The old mother that prays in Hawaii, I hear you. I'll spare my people, I'll spare you from the fear.
And note, this is his own prophecy fulfilled video, and because of his foolishness, he puts in the news announcement, where the news announcement even acknowledges that this thing had already been predicted by the geosurvey experts a month before, in October. They had already stated, and I have proven, more than proven, this is what he does. He goes to these geosurveying sites that anyone can go to, because there are thousands of volcanoes on the planet, and they can almost precisely tell you which volcano will erupt and when it will erupt. And this is all he does. These are the lying signs and wonders that are spoken of in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verses 9 through 11. The lying signs and wonders
Of the eruptions in Hawaii.
Mauna Loa, the world's largest active volcano on the Big Island of Hawaii, is erupting for the first time in almost 40 years.
The volcano started erupting late last night, prompting an ashfall advisory in the area. The National Weather Service says the Big Island could see up to a quarter-inch of ash. Last month, experts warned an eruption was coming after a spike of earthquakes on the volcano's summit. Mauna Loa
Last month, experts warned it was coming. He put that in his own video, people. This is how foolish, how absolutely foolish this man is, that he himself put in his own video the news media telling people that this was predicted, already predicted by the experts a month before he even gave his prophecy. Incredibly enough, many of his followers will still somehow believe that he is some kind of prophet, when in fact he is only fulfilling what is spoken of in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verses 9 through 11. Y'all be sure to stay in the Word, the Holy Word of God. God bless.